McDaniels playing the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. And for the Knicks, Josh Hart is out there with OG Anunoby. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Jalen Brunson. And it's Bridges in at shooting guard. We're excited to be here for opening day tip-off, Doris. It feels like the league is in a great place.
There is no doubt, B.A., absolutely. To me, more talent in the league right now than potentially we've ever had before. And I don't just mean star talent. There's a depth of quality skill across the board. We know the shooting has revolutionized the game. It's going to be a fun year.
And here's Minnesota now. And here's Randle. Pass to DiVincenzo. Outside McDaniels. Clock at 6. Randle outside. With the floater. Good work there as it goes.
Guard him big, guard him small. Julius Randle is so crafty on the interior, it matters not. He's going to finish.
Here's Brunson. No good on his first attempt of the game. Edwards against Bridges. Edwards, a pass to DiVincenzo. Gobert with a screen on Anunoby. For 3, DiVincenzo drops in the 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And here's New York now. It's a 5-point game. Outside Anunoby. On target from range.
What an answer from OG Anunoby, delivering the 3-point shot in response. Wow.
Randle, pass to Edwards. Shoots over Bridges. Edwards, no good.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
And he gets the bucket.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
I briefly spoke with Tom Thibodeau. He was emphatic, saying that Edwards was their main concern, telling me Anthony poses problems on both sides of the ball, and he is relentless. He doesn't let up. He wants his guys to match Edwards' energy.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
Well, with his strength, Julius Randle can absorb contact easier than a lot of players. This guy is not going to be intimidated.
First one falls for him. You know, part of what makes Julius Randle so effective is that spin move, Doris.
He does like to use that on the interior against taller players to get enough separation. But the number of finishing moves that guy has off the spin, it is really an effective tool.
And Randle drops them both. Doris, how about the emergence of Jalen Brunson? The Knicks got him as a free agent.
B.A., it's incredible because the Knicks, when they signed him back in the summer of 2022, many voices were out there saying it's an overpay, you paid Jalen too much. Well, guess what? All-NBA performer, and that contract looks like a bargain.
Edwards, the pass to McDaniels. Gobert with a screen on Anunoby. Down low. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Well, terrific movement from the big man. Rudy Gobert starting to master the screen and roll.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Outside Hart, fires for 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Edwards can't hit. Knicks trail by 4. Anunoby passes to Bridges. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Brunson. A look now at the leaderboard to see which teams had the toughest defenses this past season. The Timberwolves, #1. The Knicks, 2nd.
And what stuck out to me is how intense both of these teams were on D last season. Neither giving up many points to opposing teams.
The Timberwolves lead by 4.
Yo, check Julius, man.
Now Randall. 17 points in his last outing. DiVincenzo can't hit. Edwards against Bridges. And stolen by Gobert. Randall left side. Pass to Edwards. Gobert with it. Covered by Towns. Offensive board for three. Randall doesn't go for him. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for New York. Trailing by 4. Back to Brunson. And a nice finish on the layup.
And you see the aggressiveness and the absolute refusal to be intimidated inside. Jalen Brunson, a big-time finish.
And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Pass to McDaniels. DiVincenzo against Brunson. And coming off arguably the best season of his career, Donte DiVincenzo on the rise, Doris.
No question about it, B.A. becoming one of the feared shooters in the game from three-point distance. He's bounced around a little bit, but had his best season on both ends of the floor. This guy is a tough two-way player.
That free throw no good from DiVincenzo. He's off on the second, and it really feels like the chemistry of this Timberwolves team has taken a step forward.
And B.A., you know this. Winning always enhances that energy and chemistry. But beyond that, this is a roster full of players that have had individual success, and now they're hungry and thirsty for team success, because that's the true measure.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Minnesota's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Edwards looking it over. Six to shoot. Using his post moves to get the 2 points.
Boy, Edwards so good in close. This guy has got touch and strength, everything you could ask for.
DiVincenzo against Brunson. Bridges, right side. Perfect night so far, 2 for 2.
Yeah, the ability to fend off that contact by Mikal Bridges, that's a big-time play.
For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Here's Edwards. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
This guy, a tough cover for any defender. Creative and assertive scoring the ball.
New York trailing. Outside Brunson. Pass to Bridges. Just 5 to shoot. And out of bounds. Minnesota will have it. And Minnesota making a change here. Alexander Walker's checked in. The Timberwolves have gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. Inside, here's Gobert. And Gobert with the stuff.
This guy always amongst the league leaders in dunks. Gobert is a force around the cup.
Knicks trail by 4. Brunson with it. Bridges outside. From deep. And it won't go. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now. Wow, potent offense. It's been fun to watch.
Just aggressive and effective, taking it right to the defense.
Edwards a screen on Hart. Here's Randall. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds in the game. Hart passes to Brunson. To the inside. Well, Grant, all the high hopes Knicks fans have had in recent years, they have finally come to fruition.
Yeah, it really was good to see the Knicks have a great campaign last year. From the players to the coaches to the front office and the fans. They've pressed all the right buttons.
And he makes a first.
Guys, when you talk about Josh Hart, he is putting himself in the conversation for one of the best rebounding guards we've ever seen.
Both shots good from the stripe. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Last time they met in Minneapolis.
If they want to beat these guys this time, they have to do better on the glass. That was their undoing.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards.
Minnesota in the lead. DiVincenzo finds Gobert. Outside, DiVincenzo. The 3-ball. Fires in the triple. DiVincenzo's got 7 points.
Well, keep your head up. Look for an opportunity to facilitate Julius Randle the delivery.
Bridges outside. Back to Brunson. Outside Hart. Doris, you look at the shooting of Karl Anthony Towns. A 7-footer. He's as good as it gets.
He is, B.A. He has been verging on the 50, 40, 90 efficiency type numbers in recent years. He is right there with Dirk Nowitzki when you talk about the sweetest shooting big men of all time.
The first one falls. Offensively, Karl Anthony Towns is one of the most well-rounded big men in the league, Grant.
Yeah, maybe in league history, B.A. He's an elite three-point shooter, post scorer, and his passing is severely underrated.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe.
Well, we know this. Karl-Anthony Towns was a go-to option from the very first moment he stepped in the lines of an NBA court. The versatility is so difficult to match up against.
To the paint. DiVincenzo, the pass to Gobert. Just 3 to shoot. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
And now, almost all their points coming from the paint.
Knicks trail by 6. Now here's Bridges. 23 points for him last game against Philadelphia. Pass to Alexander Walker. Off target with the 3. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the Knicks. And here's Hart. Here's Towns. Guarded by Edwards. Double team on Towns. Back to Bridges. Lets it fly. Second chance effort. Towns can't get it to go. The Timberwolves lead by 6. Here's Randall. Launches it. The Knicks with the rebound.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves, no doubt, a team to be reckoned with. Coach Chris Finch said, we come in every single night and compete. No matter what the circumstances are, we expect to win. We root for each other, so I feel like we have all the makings of a tough team.
And they have reason to be confident, Allie. Thank you. Pass to Edwards. DiVincenzo with it. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention. A quick break, and we look at our 2K leaderboard for three-point shooting last season. In the third spot, Minnesota.
Their three-point accuracy last year was exceptional, largely because of their patience. They would wait for the best look before pulling the trigger.
So New York going with almost an entirely new group here. Achua's checked in for Hart. McBride comes in for Anunoby. Shamet, he's checked in for Mikal Bridges. And Payne is subbed in for Brunson. Knicks trail by 6. Here's Shamet. There's the triple. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Conley against Payne. Randall, the pass to Reed. And it's rebounded by Karl-Anthony Towns. Towns has got 7 rebounds in the game. Back to Payne. Randall against Towns. Achua with a screen. Lets the 3 fly. And the Knicks, another 3.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Conley against Payne. Pass to Reed. Oh, it's blocked by Towns.
Outstanding anticipation from Cat right there. He sends that thing back to another zip code.
And some changes here for New York. Sims, he's checked in for Karl-Anthony Towns. Ryan comes in for Shamet. And Brunson is subbed in for Payne. Garza's checked in for Minnesota. McDaniels comes in for Ingles. For New York, they've gone 7 of 14 and looking in control. Here's McBride. And he banks in the layup. And the Knicks lead by 2.
Well, great possession there. Anytime you end up at the rim with a high percentage look, perfect.
Reed, a screen on Brunson. Here's Conley. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
You can see that defenders try to play with a level of physicality against Mike Conley, but this guy's such a tough competitor, he'll get to the line.
Minnesota is shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he drops the first.
Mike Conley, probably one of the most respected players in the league, and I don't see this guy stopping anytime soon. He brings great effort every single night, plays with a team-minded selflessness, is a big shot maker. This guy has had such a solid, probably underrated career.
Good on both.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
From 11 feet away, another one falls for New York.
Yeah, we talk about having a high shot IQ. Jalen Brunson doesn't force shots. You want to concede the mid-range jumper, he's more than content to take it.
Reed, a screen on Brunson. From deep, Conley buries it from 3. Conley's got 5 now.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Here's Brunson. Banked it in off the glass. And the Knicks lead by 1.
Yeah, don't let Brunson's size fool you. This guy operates consistently on the interior.
And so it's Conley who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. Achiuwa with the rebound.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
To the middle. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to be on Naz Reid.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Payne's checked in for New York. Minot's checked in for Minnesota. And he misses the second one as well, so 0 for 2 that time.
Yeah, and it's still early, but missing free throws is something to keep an eye on.
Here's McDaniels. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Yeah, Jaden McDaniels with a very good sense for when he should look to score it, especially in the painted area.
Conley against Payne. And the basket is good.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Here's Conley. Really struggled in the loss against Golden State. To the left side wing. Here's Reed. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And at the end of 1, a closely contested game so far. New York out in front, leading by 1. Don't go away. We'll be back with the second quarter in just a moment. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Knicks.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
The other thing they're doing is making plays off the bounce, and boy, once they get a step, they're getting all the way.
Well, Doris, for a while, the amount of three-pointers seemed to grow exponentially. I think it's plateaued now.
You know, B.A., I'm not sure I agree that it's plateaued. What we do know unequivocally is these organizations have defined how to be the most efficient basketball team. And each and every year, we're setting records in that category. They're just getting smart about the kinds of shots you want and when. We're seeing more shots at the rim, and we're still heavily emphasizing the three-point line.
Cameron Payne out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Miles McBride. Then there's Achiuwa. And it's Sims in at center. That's the group for New York starting the second.
Achiuwa with room at the rim and doesn't hesitate.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Outside Edwards. Reed against Achiuwa. Reed in the post. Over Achiuwa. Reed, good.
Well, Naz Reid doesn't operate often in the mid-range, but if you concede it, he'll take it.
Brunson passes to Sims. Back to Brunson. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. And the shot goes down. Brunson's got 8. Timberwolves trail by 3. Outside Conley. Left side Reed. Pass to Edwards. Outside Alexander Walker. Misses the 3.
Gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Edwards against Achiuwa. And here's Brunson. A 38-point game for him in the win against Philadelphia. There's the double team with Alexander Walker. 2 on the clock. Achiuwa for 3. It's rebounded by Minnesota. McDaniels from long range. It's rebounded by McBride. New York leading by 3. Achiuwa, high post. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Ingles, he's checked in for Minnesota.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Yeah, guys, at 6'8", Precious Achiuwa hits the boards with ferocity and with abandon. He brings tremendous energy to whatever team he's playing for.
Conley against Brunson. Conley passes to Reed. Back to Conley. He hits that one. 2 for 5 now.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. Brunson surveys. Pass to Achiuwa. He can't get that one to fall. McDaniels with some nice D. Now Alexander Walker. Now Conley. He's got 7. Reed passes to Conley. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Alexander Walker. Pure from three-point range. Now just a 1-point New York lead.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Achiuwa against McDaniels. Now here's Achiuwa. He's guarded closely. Oh, swiped away. Pass to McDaniels. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Jaden McDaniels is a guy who will embrace physicality, does a nice job drawing contact.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. That one drops. He ties it up. Doris, you look at the tools McDaniels has on defense. He can be special.
He can. There's incredible length, the reach, the strength. McDaniels very much able to be a shutdown defender against the best offensive players in the game.
He does not get the second one.
Boy, the missed free throw there, keeping this game at even. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them.
Ooh, the deft touch on the lob. And the Knicks lead by 2.
Just a perfect pass and some pretty slick body control on the finish, too.
Man, that's butter. For Minnesota, they've gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. Achua against Reed. Outside Conley. Shot clock at 6. Floats one. Stolen by Bridges. Now here's McBride. Covered by Alexander Walker. McBride can't get it to go.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Alexander Walker, the pass to Conley. Outside Reed. Over Achua. And Reed with a basket on the assist by Conley. Reed's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, Naz Reid able to concentrate and finish despite incredible defense.
And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. Hart with a screen on Conley. And here's Brunson from the arc. McDaniels with the rebound. For Minnesota, they've gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. It's stolen by Hart. Three-pointer, Bridges. McDaniels with the rebound.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Reed against Hart. Reed can't hit. New York has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Here's Bridges.
Oh! When Mikal Bridges saying, don't sleep on my athleticism, some big-time hops.
Minnesota has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
And some changes here for New York. Towns, he's checked in for Achua, and it's Anunoby in for McBride. Gobert's checked in for the Timberwolves. Edwards comes in for Ingles. Knicks on D. Edwards with it. Coming off a 28-point game against Golden State. Wide open look. The shot's good. Edwards got 6.
Well, in pick and roll action, you've got to be aggressive as a scorer. Anthony Edwards with the bucket.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Ryan, Anthony Edwards, his disposition just brightens a locker room. Coach Chris Finch said he's an absolute joy to coach. Always in a great mood with a great smile. It doesn't matter if he plays well or he doesn't. Every day he has the same approach and the same attitude.
And he wants to be great, Allie. There's no doubt about that.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Oh, Edwards just bullying his way inside.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
For New York, they've gone just 5 of 12 here in the second quarter. Anunoby finds Bridges. Outside Brunson. Hart from long range. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists in the game.
Now, Josh Hart starting to show people, I can knock down a three-point shot. You better guard me.
Reed, a screen on Brunson. Conley passes to Edwards. Back to Conley. Here's Alexander Walker. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. The Knicks with the lead. Outside Anunoby. Inside, Towns. And Gobert with a block.
There is a reason his nickname is the Stifle Tower. Send it back, Rudy.
And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
And the Knicks making a change here. Payne's checked in. Julius Randle's checked in for the Timberwolves. DiVincenzo comes in for Mike Conley. DiVincenzo against Payne. Hart with a screen on DiVincenzo. Just 5 on the clock. The shot by Payne, no good. The Timberwolves have gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Doris, we've heard Anthony Edwards. Declare himself as the best player in the league.
Well, B.A., when you got the game to back it up, you don't mind putting yourself out there. And Anthony Edwards has charisma, highly skilled, and he's fearless when it matters most. Look out for the Ant-Man.
That one misses. Doris, one of the most physical guards in the NBA, Anthony Edwards.
If you want to talk about a prototypical NBA body, it's Anthony Edwards. He's got size, strength, athleticism, but beyond that, he's so skilled. 3-level scorer, versatile on the defensive end, fearless when it matters. Anthony Edwards may be the next face of the league.
Good on the second one.
Anthony Edwards is a 3-level scorer. He can beat you in a lot of ways, and he's extremely confident when the game is hanging in the balance.
Pass to Anunoby. McDaniels with the rebound. McDaniels got 4 rebounds now. DiVincenzo finds McDaniels. Back to DiVincenzo. Edwards against Bridges. Oh, wow!
Oh, Anthony Edwards thinks this game is a dunk contest. Go ahead, young sir. What a finish.
Here's Payne. Outside Hart. Towns, left side. Over Gobert. Towns can't get it to go. And so Randall will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Six on the shot clock. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got rebound number 8 now. Payne, the pass to Towns. Back to Anunoby. Pass to Hart. Payne, a screen on Edwards. Here's Hart. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Well, there's a toughness to Josh Hart. You don't mess with him from a contact perspective. He will absorb it.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. There aren't many more dominant defenders in the NBA than Gobert.
Well, that's definitely fair to say, B.A., because his defense has an outsized influence on a game. The inside presence changes an opponent's game plan.
For 3, DiVincenzo. The Knicks pull it in. Towns has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Anunoby on the take. Doris, OG Anunoby helped the Raptors so much on their title run in 2019.
Yeah, the hard part is he was never able to suit up for the NBA Finals. To get through the season and then have an injury at that point, heartbreaking for a player. But consider, he's the first UK-born player to win an NBA title, and that cannot be taken away.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Ties it up, and his next one could give him the lead.
What you love about OG Anunoby, this guy widely regarded as one of the league's top defenders, guys, but he's starting to become a more consistent scorer now as his career has gone on.
And that one drops, so now they lead by 1. The Timberwolves have gotten 7 of 15 shots here in the second quarter. Gobert passes to Randall. McDaniels with it. From the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. McDaniels got 6.
Yeah, McDaniels has made himself a legitimate option from three-point territory. What a look there.
Outside Anunoby. Back to Payne. 1:46 left in the first half. And again, the Knicks missing. The Timberwolves have gotten half their shots to fall in the second. 8 for 16. Randall. It's deflected.
OG Anunoby is fast off his feet. 7'2" wingspan, says twice on the pipes.
And that one good.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
Minnesota has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Here's Edwards. Can't hit that one. And some solid defense from Towns. Pass to Payne. Back to Anunoby. Outside Hart. Here's Towns. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
Oh, that's a strong finish, and Karl-Anthony Towns will go to the line, try to put the cherry on top.
McBride, he's checked in for New York. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Conley's checked in for Edwards.
One shot.
What's striking about Karl-Anthony Towns is resiliency. He'll bounce back from challenges. He's got a very impressive positive attitude.
Pass to Randall. Over Hart. Karl-Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
What a brutal night for this guy, and it is having a ripple effect throughout the team. This is tough.
Lets it go from the wing. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got rebound number 8 now.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
That makes him 0 for this quarter, and that has not helped their cause.
Anunoby passes to McBride. Pass to Towns. Shoots over Randall. Gets it to go from 8 feet. Towns has got 5 points in the quarter. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. New York out in front, leading by 5. All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
All right, thanks. Tibbs, what'd you think about the way this team defended in the first half?
Thanks very much, Allie. And folks, we'll be right back to start the second half of this game.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
Checking out New York. You really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes, and then you have subtle changes. Everything in preparation for this moment.
And fellas, bringing it back to our main matchup here. Through the first half, Karl-Anthony Towns has been getting it done.
Playing with that high motor, beasting on the glass, he's just outworking them.
You know they say effort is a skill. Well, we're seeing that skill in action.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Timberwolves trail by 5. Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1 spot. Gets the bucket and the foul! It goes on Josh Hart.
Well, Julius Randle, we know this, loves to finish despite being fouled. This guy will play through contact, no problem.
This is his second trip to the line in the game.
One shot.
And that one misses.
Guys, what you love about Julius Randle is the well-rounded nature of his game. Because he works so hard on his shooting ability, it makes his dribble drive that much more dangerous.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Hard against Randall. Out to the right wing. Gobert finds Randall. Gobert with a screen on Hart. Back to Gobert. Oh, the tower with the power move.
Well, there's a versatility that allows Julius Randle to play in pick and roll. Pretty pass to set up his teammate.
Knicks leading by 3. Bridges outside. Pass to Towns. To the paint. Here's Brunson. No luck on that one. Good work defensively by DiVincenzo. Now here's Edwards. 11 points in the game. For the tie. Karl-Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Towns has got 14 rebounds tonight. Going after it. Here's Hart. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Well, what a run here offensively by Josh Hart. This guy just keeping the pressure on with his ability to put the ball in the basket.
Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. Outside, DiVincenzo. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Edwards. Takes a 3. Anthony Edwards rains one in.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Brunson passes to Towns. Back to Brunson. DiVincenzo with a steal. With the drive. The shot is good, and this game is back to even. DiVincenzo's got 9.
On fire to start the second half. 4-5 from the field.
Outside Hart. Pass to Towns. Looking to end this cold spell. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. The hard work that Brunson has put in over the years, it really shows in his game, Doris.
I'll tell you this about Jalen Brunson. As his coach likes to say, he may not pass the eye test, but he passes the win test. Unbelievable footwork, fundamentals, and a clutch gene. Love Jalen Brunson's game.
And the first one at the line is good. Doris, how about the evolution of Jalen Brunson's career from role player to star player?
Yeah, B.A., he begins his career as a backup point guard to the great Luka Doncic. But when given an opportunity to thrive without Luka in the playoffs, he did just that. Then he gets his own team and takes his game to an MVP level. Incredible evolution. Now, Jalen Brunson approaches the point guard position as a scorer. And boy, this guy can light you up.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And here's a look at the top shooters last season. No wasted chances among this group. Second is Rudy Gobert.
So consistent from the floor. He shot it at a great clip last season.
And it's Edwards with the ball for Minnesota. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Outside, DiVincenzo. Lays it up and banks it in. DiVincenzo's got 4 points in the quarter.
You see the work Anthony Edwards has put in on his decision-making. That's a pretty setup.
So it's the Knicks now. They host the Hawks after this one. That'll be the second and last game of a quick homestand. Towns passes to Anunoby. Oh, rejected by McDaniels. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
What a powerful rejection. He's not wanting them to get an advantage in this competitive game.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Towns.
Well, there is the defensive anchor of this team, Rudy Gobert, wreaking havoc on the defensive end.
And here's Edwards outside. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall. New York has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Outside Hart. Third quarter of basketball here. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Brunson is doubled. Back to Hart from behind the arc. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got his 4th assist with that last one. Timberwolves trail by 3. Here's Edwards. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Gobert. Outside DiVincenzo. Gobert with a screen on Brunson. The 3, DiVincenzo. And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Here's Brunson. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
What we know about Jalen Brunson is this guy is not afraid to take it to the cup. He's ready to challenge defenders.
On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe. The first free throw is good.
Boy, the maturation of Brunson is really special. This guy, phenomenal as scorer and facilitator.
Both good from the line that time. Here's DiVincenzo. He's got 14. Gobert with a screen on Brunson. Down low. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
And vertical threat, that is Rudy Gobert. What a ferocious finish at the rim.
For New York, they've gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. Pass to Towns from outside the arc. And the Knicks miss again.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Now Gobert for the lead. And Gobert with the stuff.
How about the finish through contact by Rudy Gobert? Wow.
New York has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Clock at 6. Let's go with a 3. McDaniels with the rebound. Minnesota's gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. Pass to Gobert. Randall on the screen. Up top, Edwards. Shoots over Bridges. Edwards, no good. New York has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Brunson misses. For Minnesota, they've gotten 8 of 11 shots to go in. Efficient so far in the third. And Mikal Bridges picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. McBride, he's checked in for Anunoby. Edwards is doubled. McDaniels from long range. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Pass to McBride. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's Randall. Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota.
I'll tell you, his shot is just lost right now. There's just no consistency. Amazing that they're still up in this basketball game.
Here's the pick, and here's Brunson from the arc. 4-3, Brunson nails it.
Boy, whenever this team has needed a bucket, Jalen Brunson has been there right now in complete command of this ball game.
Outside Edwards. Gobert finds 𝙤𝙤𝙤𝙪. 6 to shoot. And the layup is good off the glass. 𝙤𝙤𝙤𝙪's got 16 points now.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
And we'll have a timeout called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. And Minnesota with some changes. Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Anthony Edwards. And Mike Conley is subbed in for 𝙤𝙤𝙤𝙪. Bridges passes to Hart. Brunson against Conley. Now here's Brunson. The D's right on him. That one's good for 2. Brunson's got 9 points now in the second half. And it's Conley with the ball for the T-Wolves. They trail by 1. Pass to McDaniels. That one's good, and it's Conley who picks up the assist. Give him 8 points now.
They have no answer defensively inside.
New York has got 7 of their 16 three-point attempts to go in. Outside McBride. Back to Brunson. Here's the teardrop, banging his way through. Jalen Brunson.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Here's Conley. 7 points in the game. Randall outside. Back to Conley. It's McDaniels on the wing. 3 on the clock. Shoots over Bridges. McDaniels can't hit.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Now here's Hart, covered by Alexander Walker. Hart can't hit. The Timberwolves trail. Oh, the bucket's good, and he'll have a chance at one more. Jalen Brunson picks one up.
Well, Mike Conley understands how to draw contact and still try to get a shot opportunity. He'll go to the line for the end one.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Well, they've had no problem getting into the heart of this defense with the dribble, and they've made the most of their chances there as well.
They've also made a concerted effort to get the ball down low. Many of their points coming in that painted area tonight.
Here's Payne. Towns outside. This one for 3. Newton pulls it in.
At some point, you need to know when to stop shooting. Just too many misses piling up for him.
It's tipped. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. And with a pause in the action, here we have the best rebounding teams from last year. 5th on the list, the Knicks.
Boy, their rebounding last year was phenomenal. Great fundamentals, aggressive to the ball. That helped them pull down a lot of second chances.
And Minnesota making a change here. Clark's checked in. Here's Reed. And it's New York with a rebound. And here's McBride. And there's the screen for 3. Bridges. No. 4 for 9 from the floor now. Minnesota in the lead. And Mikal Bridges, still one of the better wing defenders in the league, Grant.
Yeah, he's so great at pestering a shooter. Good lateral movement and wingspan makes him hard to get around. He might not be the best in the league, but he is well above average.
New York has gone 2 of 6 from downtown here in the second half. And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Toppin, he's checked in for New York. And the Timberwolves also making a change. Ingles is checked in. Outside McBride. There's a screen. Takes the 12-footer and hits it. McBride's got his second basket. And for Minnesota, they're shooting about 48% from the floor. Pretty good. Here's Randall. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Precious Achiuwa picks one up.
Well, there's a certain edge that Julius Randle plays with that allows him to draw contact.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And the Knicks making a change here. 𝙤𝙤𝙣𝙗 checked in. And Randall drops them both.
To have a big who's great at the line, such a plus.
Knicks trail by 4. Now Payne. Pass to Achiuwa. Here's 𝙤𝙤𝙣𝙗. Puts up a 3. Sinks it from distance. 𝙤𝙤𝙣𝙗's got 6.
Not the best three-point shooter in the league, but he's got enough skill that you can't just let him fire it up.
Alexander Walker, the pass to Reed. Clock at 6. Conley looking for an opening. Minnesota again missing.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
Here's McBride. They grab their own miss. Pass to 𝙤𝙤𝙣𝙗. Lets it go from deep. Rebound Minnesota. On the wing, Alexander Walker. Here's Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Well, if the basket is within reach, Julius Randle understands how to finish.
.102 left in the third quarter. Payne against Conley.
They're doing some good work at the line this half.
It's his first trip to the line. And he knocks down the first one. Garza's checked in for the Timberwolves. Minot comes in for Ingles. And so he hits both. 55 seconds left to play in the third quarter of basketball. Conley with the ball. 10 points for him. Outside, Alexander Walker. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. The shot by Garza, no good. New York trailing. McBride passes to Payne. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock for the lead. Here's Towns. Back to McBride. That one's good. And it's Towns with the assist. McBride's got 5 points now this quarter.
That's excellent awareness from Karl Anthony Towns. Set your teammate up. We know you're a great scorer, Cat.
To the inside. Here's Reed. Off target at the rim. It's been all about Jalen Brunson for the Knicks. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Three tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. Miles McBride is out there with Achua. Then there's Jalen Brunson, and then it's Landry Shamet, and it's Porty in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. The Timberwolves trail. Inside. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Can you say natural leader? Conley is especially effective at running the offense and involving his teammates through his passing.
And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for New York. Achua with a screen on Conley. Here's Brunson outside. Drills it from deep. Brunson's got 22.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Conley passes to Alexander Walker. Pass to Garza. Outside Reed. 5 to shoot. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And Naz Reid has proven to be a matchup nightmare for opposing big men, Doris.
He has, B.A., and the reason is he's bigger and stronger than most 4 men. Traditional 5s are too slow to stay with him. He can space you out to the three-point line, or he can punish you on the inside. Naz has got big-time game.
They're finding a rhythm from the line as they try to cut into this deficit.
Ryan, he's checked in for Shamet. So Reed nails them both.
Well, the beauty of someone like Naz Reid, he's proven already in his career, you can bring him off the bench to great effect, or if you need him to be a step-in starter, he's equally capable.
Pass to Brunson. Fires the 3. Minot pulls it in. Timberwolves shooting about 47%. A nice number. Here's Conley. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
We've gone about a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Outside Brunson. A sturdy finish from Brunson. This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
Now here's Conley. Good D by Brunson. The Knicks have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for New York.
What a performance for Beyond the Arc in this game. They stuck to their guns, and it's paid off all game.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
And he makes the first.
And, man, looking good from the line so far this half.
Sims, he's checked in for New York. Miller's checked in for Minnesota. Ingles comes in for Minot. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Here's Conley. Outside, Ingles. Miller outside, launches a three. The rebound by Sims. Knicks leading by 3. Outside McBride. Pass to Sims. Doubled by Ingles. And we're going to have a jump ball. Achiuwa passes to Brunson. Shot clock at 5. It's rebounded by Minnesota.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Conley finds Reed. With the fadeaway. And he nails that one right through the heart. New York has gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Achiuwa with a screen on Conley. Here's Brunson. Tipped. The shot off that time. Conley passes to Reed. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Pass to Brunson. Three-pointer. Knocks it down from distance. Brunson's got 27 points.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one falls for Reed.
They've definitely made free throws look easy here in the second half.
Mikal Bridges checked in for New York. Shamet comes in for McBride. Edwards, he's checked in for Minnesota. Second free throw, no good.
He couldn't get to the line once in the first half. Coach must have really talked to him at the break.
Outside Brunson. Sims, the pass to Achiuwa. Now here's Bridges. He's guarded by Conley. Down low. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Well, we've come to expect this from Mike Conley, putting the pass on time and on target.
The Knicks have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Shamet passes to Brunson. Here's Shamet, guarded by Edwards. Achiuwa with a screen on Edwards. Shamet. And the 3 off target. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Conley up top. To the middle. Here's Miller. Outside Reed to take the lead. Knocks down the triple. Reed's got 8 points in the quarter.
Well, he had trouble making shots in the first period, but rounding into himself here in the second.
Shamet passes to Sims. To the paint. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. For Minnesota, they've gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth. Reed sets a screen. Here's Edwards. Getting it done inside. Edwards.
Well, if you find yourself in between in that mid-range area, Anthony Edwards so confident. Rise and fire, young sir.
Brunson passes to Shamet. Achiuwa with a screen on Edwards. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen is the call.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
So for the Knicks, Karl Anthony Towns comes in for Sims. And Hart subbed in for Achiuwa. The Timberwolves have gotten 6 of 10 attempts to drop in the fourth quarter. Pass to Edwards. 4-3. Sinks the tray. Edwards got 19 points.
Well, don't think twice. Ball touches your hands, you let it go, Anthony Edwards.
And here's Brunson. Here's Shamet, guarded by Edwards. Inside, here's Towns. Yes, it's good. And that's a double-double for him now.
This continues to be a battle. The lead is within reach.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
Edwards for 3. The Knicks with the rebound. Towns has got his 20th rebound here tonight. Here's Bridges. And Gobert with a block.
Wow, insanely tough to get a shot off when Rudy Gobert is around. Wow.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
Man, you got to have some hang time to pull that off. Knicks trail by 5. Outside Brunson. He shoots over DiVincenzo. And it's Brunson missing. Minnesota has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Doubled by Hart. Gobert passes to Reed. Here's Edwards. Anthony Edwards takes the contact.
They're really working the paint now.
And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for New York. And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He was quite emphatic, demanding the timeout, clearly wanting to address strategy with his team. And the Knicks making a change here. And Anunoby's checked in. The Timberwolves also with a sub. McDaniels is checked in for Reed. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, over the last break I listened to Tom Thibodeau address the team. And Coach challenged the team, asking them to bring the fight inside, telling them to play with pride. Telling the team, you're getting bullied near the hoop. Let's see if it works, guys.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
This guy is so cagey. Jalen Brunson gets that defender off their feet with the pump fake. So good.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good from Brunson. Now Randall. Pass to DiVincenzo. Shot clock at 6. Here's Randall. Hart pulls it in. Knicks trail by 5. Here's Bridges. The kick out to Brunson. The 3. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got 4 rebounds now. For 3. Jalen Brunson grabs a miss. And New York shooting only 36% since the fourth quarter started. Another shot. And Towns with the lay-in.
Yeah, you love to see Towns mix it up a little bit. Gets his team a bucket on the second chance.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Back to Randall. Towns with a rebound. It's Bridges on the wing, guarded by Edwards. And there's the basket, and the whistle blows. Chance at a three-point play here. Going to the line for 1. Well, when Mikal Bridges was drafted in 2018, his hometown team, the Philadelphia 76ers, elected to trade him after selecting him.
And B.A., he made no secret of the fact that that was a heartbreaking moment at the time. Consider that his mom actually worked in the Sixers front office in those days. But in the end, he has carved out one heck of a career.
And it's tied up with that one.
Well, what you love about Mikal Bridges is he is going to accept whatever his coaches and team ask of him. This is what's allowed him to be successful.
Outside Edwards. Picked by Gobert. To the middle. And Gobert with the stuff.
Rudy Gobert is so competitive. Doesn't want to let a big moment go by. Nicely done.
And for the Knicks, they're shooting at a decent clip. 45% for the game. Outside Hart. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 6 assists here tonight.
Challenging this D with the 3 ball. That's his second from distance this half. And he also hit one in the first half, too.
DiVincenzo, pass to Gobert. Out of bounds. It'll be New York's ball. Here's Brunson. Towns on a screen. Brunson passes to Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
Oh, needing a bucket there. Towns doesn't hesitate.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Gobert. Now here's Edwards. Fires the 3. He drops it from range. Edwards got 15 points here in the second half.
He wants the ball, has a flair for the dramatic, unfazed in big situations.
The Knicks shooting 47% since the fourth quarter started. Here's Brunson. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Looking to get back on track. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to be on OG Anunoby.
And over the years, Randall has stepped up his role, an assertive scorer and a natural leader.
First free throw is good, and that gives him a lead. second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a two-point ball game.
Well, this is the kind of player he is. The tougher the moment, the more he elevates his game.
Here's Brunson. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Randall's got 5 rebounds in the game. It's McDaniels on the wing. Out to DiVincenzo. Picked by Gobert. Here's Edwards. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Edwards has got 28.
Anthony Edwards relishes big-time moments, and he delivers right there.
Here's Brunson. And Gobert with a block. McDaniels passes to Randall. McDaniels with it. Randall outside. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Gets the first, and that puts him up 5. And so he drops them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, it's about the little details. Capitalize at the free throw line, add to your lead.
Brunson with it. Bridges outside. Can they get it? It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. Hard against Randall. Soft touch off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. There's 49 seconds left in the 4th. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
And Towns is so difficult to guard, and it doesn't matter if he's inside or outside. He's tough.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And that trip coming up empty, missing both. And here's Minnesota now. They lead by 8, biggest lead of the game. McDaniels passes to Randall. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He drops the first one, and that'll put him up by 9. And Randall drops them both.
All but over now. Those free throws help seal the deal.
Boy, it's been a minute since they last scored.
It has been. And at what point do you alter your strategy? Try to get back on track.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Outside, DiVincenzo. Randall outside. Another miss by Minnesota. So it's Minnesota picking up the win. They played the villain tonight, and they played it well.
Yes, they did. And, you know, you have two choices. You can either succumb to the hostility in this arena, or you can feed off of it and use it as motivation. They did the latter.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Julius, it wasn't always smooth sailing tonight, but you guys...
Allie, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.